don't know where my glasses are, and I can't see without them. Um, I don't know. I don't know where they are. I don't know. But I have come on here to give out some explanations to you guys out here in this YouTube world about my little guy. Yes, my little guy. Hey guys. Hey, Cooking with Halo. The reason the title of my live is why let me get my thoughts out first before I forget. Why I started a GoFundMe for my little guy. That's my great nephew. My niece and her husband were gainfully employed. Let's get that out right there. They worked 5 days a week for the USPS. Yes, the post office. They were contractors. They were the ones that they were courier drivers. They were the ones that picked up the mail and took it to the main hub of the post office. Well, one day, all the contractors were called to a meeting and they were told they would no longer be working anymore. And they had been there 5 and 6 years. No severance pay, no explanation. They were just told that the feds was cutting the contracts. And so imagine you were employed, and then in a matter of a day notice, you're unemployed. And they end up losing their home. And, you know, she would get employment. She did get another job. He found another job, but with childcare, because they have 3 children, um, it became a conflict of interest with her employer. And so they finally did move into, hey, new housing. He's working. He drives on the road with another box truck. They've lost their car, the only car they had. They've lost that. It's gone kaput, and they have these 3 children. When the crisis happened with the baby, he's the baby. I call him my baby. He's my baby. When she called me and told me something's not right with Ivan, Auntie, something. Guys, I need to get all this out first. Then I thank you. Hey, everyone. And I said, well, what's going on with him? She said, he doesn't look right. He's confused. He doesn't know where he is, and he's peeing all the time. And I said, you need to take him to the hospital. That doesn't sound right. I said, it sounds like diabetes. And she said, diabetes, you think so? And he became unresponsive. He became unresponsive, and she had to call the paramedics. They took him to one children's hospital. After they tested his blood sugar, they said that they weren't equipped to handle him. So they transferred him by ambulance to another hospital, which is like this facility is only 6 months old, Arthur Blank. And he went into ICU. Once they transferred him to the intensive care unit there. Now, this is where the things come in. Imagine you got all this stuff going on. You're at a hospital with your child. You imagine you not having money to buy you food, but the hospital does give vouchers to the parents that so they can eat while they're there and they don't have to pay for their food out of the cafeteria. Now, put yourself in a situation where this child, you're already stressed out. You're stressed out because your child is in intensive care, and his brain they had to keep an eye on his brain because his blood sugars was so high. His little bitty body, that there was a risk of his brain swelling and his organs. He got out of woods. He got into a regular room. He made it out of intensive care, but he's gonna be there a couple of more days. Imagine having all this going on. And me and my niece are thick as thieves. I've always taken to her from the day she was born. You know, I've always taken to her. And she has always been like my baby. Imagine you having to take your child home and you're ill equipped. I mean, there's not enough food in your home to manage his care. The pharmacy, first, that nightmare started when he was discharged. The pharmacy did not have a meter, could not fulfill his prescription for his meter. So there was no way to test his blood sugars. They didn't have the funds to buy a meter, to a cheap meter outside of his prescription, because his meter hadn't came in stock yet. So auntie, yes, auntie, this auntie, I had to buy him a meter, a cheap meter, to get him through 2 days until his prescription, his ordered meter came in. They were ill equipped. They needed help, and they still need help. Auntie can only do so much. Auntie can only do so much for them. We as diabetics, we do have require special dietary needs, and like I said, I can only do so much. Um, Work is slow for him, and in order to get back and forth to the doctor, she's going to have to take a Uber for him. The child cannot. Little Ivan, it hurt him that he won't be able to go back to school to finish out this year. The school is not equipped for him. The secretary said that she would get. Oh, I don't trust the thing in his arm. I'm just going to keep sticking him and I guesstimate what he eats. Guesstimate. They'll kill him. And right now he's at home. He's got a choice of what snack he wants. He's eating well balanced meals. And like I said, I don't care who does what or who does. I don't care who doesn't do what or whatever. I don't care who doesn't help them. If they have to come to me, I don't care. But I can only do so much. So that's why I started to GoFundMe, because they need help. They just need help. And you always think that, family would step in and help. This is a child. And sometimes it's not that case all the time, guys. It's just not all that. Sometimes it's just not that case. And he's he loved Roblox. I tell you the truth. And you know how I've been bribing him with cooperation in order for him to earn his little what do you call it? Roblox, Robux, whatever you call it. I've been bribing him. If he doesn't fight to get his insulin shots, because he's crying and fighting with them out of fear. Thank you for the hearts. He's 7. His world has been turned upside down. And dad has to leave. He's leaving in the morning, going back on a job on the road. And he's worried about leaving them. He's on the road. He just came back yesterday off a job. And he's a nervous wreck now. And I don't want to see them lose. They cannot lose their home. They cannot lose their housing, utilities. See, I've never been in that situation. I've never been in a situation about where the necessities of life has ever been in jeopardy. I don't know what that feels like. And I thank God, and I'm very blessed. I've never had to know what that feels like, and neither have my children. And I'm a person. If someone needs something and I can do it or I can give it to them, I would do that, because I'm a very giving person. My husband was a very giving person. And like I said, I've been bribing a little schnauzer, but he tricked me. He tricked me, you know. He tricked me yesterday. And then what he did, he tricked his mom and dad too. And because when he they asked him about his snack night. He gets a snack at 9 o'clock. His snack time, night bedtime snack is 9 p.m. And he gets his nighttime insulin dose. Well, the little sneaker went to daddy and he got his nighttime snack, which was an ice cream cup, which is 15 carbs. Um, so he went, he ate it in the kitchen. And then he went to his mom because she was getting setting up for his insulin. And he acted like he hadn't had anything. And he ended up getting got two Oreos. And so when she tested his blood sugar at 2 a.m., his blood sugar was not reading because the meter only go to 400, and his blood sugar was over 400. So she freaks out, and she calls me freaked out. So she said, I'm gonna call the paramedics, and so I said, call his doctor, calm down, call his doctor. And so we had to have a little talk with our little buddy. You cannot do that. You can't do that. And he's got to learn because he's used to eating whatever he wants to eat, when he wants to eat it, how much he wants to eat. He can't do that anymore, and he doesn't understand. He's 7. Hey, Ned Noah Ghost. He doesn't understand. But I, d- I didn't get it either. It's a bugger to deal with. I hate diabetes. And I was used to doing whatever I wanted to do either. And you know what I'm telling you what? My grandmother made me a pound cake with no sugar. It was nothing but a tube biscuit. It was nothing but a biscuit in a cake pan. And back in the day, when I was coming along, because I had asthma, chronic asthma, I couldn't have a bike because they thought the wind from the bike would trigger my asthma. I couldn't have a bike. You know, back then they took everything from you when you were a child and you had chronic illnesses. They took everything from you that they thought would uh, cause a flare up. They took everything from you, and I'm gonna make sure but like I said, Auntie can only do so much. I can't do nothing with their rent. So and I appreciate everyone that is sharing his story, his GoFundMe story. I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys for hitting the like button for me, and and I've messed myself up because I've been at their house every day. Um, my blood sugars are messed up. I kept crashing and crashing and crashing. And so I finally got myself stable tonight because I haven't had an appetite. I've not had an appetite today. And I'm just so tired. Because, like I said, I've been at their house every day. And they're like a 40-minute ride. And so I didn't go anywhere today. I know it's Easter Sunday. I have done nothing today but stay in the bed because I'm tired. Well, I did get up briefly. I am just tired. And tomorrow will be a repeat of today because I have to take care of myself too. If I don't take care of myself, then I'll be real sick. And I'm no good to me or Caitlin. And I'm just tired. So I told her because her husband leaves in the morning. I told her, just if you need me, just call me because he's got his monitor in his arm now. So, his blood sugars are being monitored 24/7. So just give me a call. Yeah, he's gonna learn to feel those. Um, I don't feel ups and downs because I have what you call hypoglycemia unawareness. I don't feel symptoms. So that's why it's very important that I always keep my CGM in my arm because I don't feel the symptoms. I could just drop, and I have dropped. I don't feel the symptoms of low blood sugars because my nerves have been damaged. My nerves have been damaged so bad that I don't feel them anymore. But that's from having diabetes for so long, from having long term diabetes. You There are just certain things you can't avoid, like got diabetic gastroparesis, neuropathy, hypoglycemia, unawareness. These are things when you have had diabetes for so long, they're just things you're just gonna have. But thank God I've only had uh, some problems with my kidneys, but it didn't come from my diabetes. It came from me when I didn't know I had high blood pressure, and I went into renal. I was going into renal failure, but I was not conscious about that, so I didn't even know I was in renal failure. I found out when I woke up, and that was in 2009, and I haven't had any problems since. That's why I don't eat TV dinners or whatever you call them, processed meals. I don't eat those. I learned my lesson. I don't eat those at all. Haven't had one since then because I was eating those things like every day at work because I didn't. I thought I didn't think of counting sodium because I never had to count sodium, and I nearly went out of here. I nearly went. I nearly went out of this, left this world, and I don't eat processed. I don't eat TV dinners, whatever y'all want to call them. Yeah. Oh my, yeah. Well, yeah, 613. I had 626. I've lost subscribers, but I can't think about that. I had to take a break. I had to take a break. For medical and mental, I had to take a break. Yeah, I surely did. Hey, two kids who are still in two. Lord have mercy, two kids who are still in school. Well, I hope your kids get out of school quick. Yeah, thank you, Noah. Hey, no thing. Y'all know I had to pull it close to me so I can see. I can't find I put my glasses down, and I can't find them. They're. Y'all know I run lies. I've always got a beverage, and I got to catch up on my series. That's what I should have been doing today, but I've been too busy watching YouTube. I am fascinated with this channel thing with the what do you call that? The designer stuff. I don't know why I'm fascinated with that because I don't even buy labels. I don't even buy designer bags. And now if Kaylin ever asks me for some red bottoms, I am going to give her some red bottoms because that's my baby girl. That's my pampered princess. If she ever asks me for some red bottoms, I'm going to give them to her. I'm going to take a pair of her shoes and dump them and put them in red paint on the bottom and let them dry. Those will be her red bottoms. See, that's called taking the initiative to be creative. She may not wear them, but she can never say I did not give her a pair of red bottoms. Katie don't care about stuff like that anyway, but if she ever asks. Happy Easter to you too. Oh guys, y'all can go to Walmart tomorrow morning and get all your Easter candy. It'll be 75% off. You can get any kind you want. Starting at 6 a.m. Starting at 6 a.m. all the Easter candy would be 75% off, so you can go buy it. But I already told you, don't pay full price for that candy. Just buy one bag and give it to the little children, and then the next day go buy the candy and tell them, "Oh, I found your Easter candy." And they say, "Where was it?" "Oh, Mama misplaced it." They won't know. Because that candy is too expensive just because it's in pastel color wrappers. It's too expensive. I don't know what is it. That candy is too expensive. $24 for a bag of candy? Mm-mm. They should call that aisle the diabetic aisle. And tomorrow morning, all that candy that people were buying yesterday and today will be 75% off tomorrow. You'll be able to get that candy for little or nothing. And people have spent so much money buying that candy. It's a waste of money. Oh, hey, Auntie Kitchen, number one fan. Y'all know I told y'all I have to pull it close because I cannot see. I cannot see what's going on. Hey. Oh, I was say Neil, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to stay safe tomorrow cuz I'm not going anywhere tomorrow. I'm resting. My son is out of town working right now. Um because my blood sugars dropped below 40 while I was sleeping. I didn't. My meter doesn't show readings under 40. It was a bad hypoglycemic moment and I was sleeping. I didn't hear my alerts. I didn't hear my phone ring. Thank goodness I don't live alone. My daughter was here. She came and woke me up and gave me juice. And then my daughter-in-law, she was calling. I don't even remember talking to Kendra. I don't remember talking to Kendra. And yeah, this not gonna happen again because I did eat. I ate dinner. That's not gonna happen again. I'm really late. I'm running really late tonight. Um, I've been bad. I'm just exhausted. Exhausted. I guess that's the word. I'm just tired. I'm better. It's just that I'm crashing because, like I said, I've been running to my niece's house. Every day since the baby came home. Well, he's my baby, and I just been going over there because I've been teaching them how to count carbs. I've been teaching him how to count carbs. I've been working with them about how to manage his insulin. And, I've been working with them, to help them help him. And and now that he got his CGM, I felt more comfortable staying home today because now they know his sugar 20 anytime 24/7 is going into their smartphone. So I was able to stay home today, and they had one little scare, today that his sugars was running 300s today, and which they was running too high, but they eventually they did go down, and right now his blood sugars are all over the place right now, but other than that he's gonna be good. He's gonna be fine. Hey, Auntie number one fan, happy Easter. Guess what? Guess what, Auntie number one fan? What? What's up? What's up? My condolences. I don't know what that means. YouTube? What's YouTube? You almost broke your neck. What? How'd you almost do that? Ain't no thing. How'd you almost break your neck? What they say? Oh, BBB, thank you. Oh my goodness. Were you bungee jumping, water rafting, trampoline? Now I've heard of people breaking their ankles. I think one of my nieces broke their ankle on a trampoline when they were little. Oh my goodness. My son, he broke his shoulder doing backflips down a hill. He was crazy as a child. He was all little boy, always roughing and toughing. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I told that boy when he was little, I said, "What did I tell you about hitting flips on heels? I told you." Then one day he's on his way home from school, he decided to defy his mother, and he started hitting flips down a hill and and dislocated his shoulder. He should have listened to his mother. Oh my God. Thank you. I haven't, cooking right now, I can pick up stuff now. But if I try to use my left hand, because I am lefty, because that's what my claw issue is. If I say like to use the knife, what did I say? I don't know what that means. And I try to use the knife or to cut anything, my hand is going to wrap around that object, and these three fingers will swell, and I won't be able to open my hand. So I go to physical therapy on Mondays. So I have physical therapy on Monday mornings. So, but I'm not going tomorrow. I'm tired. I don't want. I just want to do nothing tomorrow. I just want to do nothing. I've been going for a week. I'm too tired, and I need to work on my own stuff right now. I need to work on my own stuff, and it requires that I rest. In order for me to get myself together, it requires that I rest my body, and mm-mm. And I gotta then when I go back to cooking on here, I gotta get back in the algorithm or whatever the word is. What it say? Why are we selling on the top of trampolines and flip? Because Astro Auntie's number fan almost broke his neck hitting a backflip on the trampoline. You should listen to your mother. Should listen to your mother. I don't know. I'm gonna tell you what I really want. What I my next meal. It'll probably it may be chicken udon. It could be piri piri. I think it's piri piri or piri piri. It may be brown stew chicken. I'd have no idea because I had already gotten things for these recipes until my hand got messed up, and my hand got messed up while I was filming. As you can see, my hand just wrapped around the knife and my fingers just instantly swole. And I had to get my daughter to try to get the knife out of my hand because I couldn't open my hand. And my hand stayed closed like that. And so I have a brace that I sleep in that um because when I go to bed tonight, my hand is going to close like a fist. So I have a brace that I have to sleep in to keep it from closing. I don't like the brace because the brace is heavy and it's not as comfortable. It's not that comfortable. But I don't have to wear it 24/7. I don't have to wear it 24 hours anymore. Because at first I had to keep it on. I don't have to do that anymore. I just sleep in it now. My favorite color is pink. I love the color pink. I love pink. Well, then again, I love yellow too. But I like lavender. You know what? I just can't pick the three. I love pastel colors. I make my native dish, which is adobo. You Philippine, Filipino. I made adobo chicken, and I made pancit. Oh, and I just bought more pancit noodles because me and Caitlin we like pancit, and I just bought some more noodles for pancit. How much? Well, I have a lot of siblings. I do have a lot of siblings. It's Caitlin down there, coffee. Yeah, I love yellow. U.S. Sicilians live live, live you. Sicilians love you. Oh, there's this little Italian guy. Well, he's an Italian and he's married to this American girl, and they live in Tennessee. And she's always trying to introduce him to something. And she tried to introduce him to pasta sauce in a jar, and he didn't like it. He did not like it, and I don't. He did not like that pasta sauce in a jar. He said, "What is that?" Because she had him blindfolded. He didn't like it. You found 20. You found $20. You lucky duck. My daughter plays piano. She's 22. She started playing piano when she was 4 years old. She plays piano. She loves her music. She's always loved her music. Her music is such a relax. It's a relaxer for her. And I love to hear her play her piano, and I love to hear her sing. She does a lot of that on Discord. $20, boots on the ground. I wish I could do that dance. I love to see people do that. Let me tell you what I love to see people do. I love to see people do the Kendrick Lamar dance. Uh, I can't remember it, but it's Bruno Mars and this girl. I think her name is Rose. Ah, petite, petite, ah, petite, petite, ah, petite. I like that. And I like to see people do the boots on the ground. I really wish I could do boots on the ground. Cause I wish I could open. I wish I could pop a fan open like that. I can't pop a fan open, and I can't do that dance. I probably have to sit in my wheelchair and do it. I really love that dance, the boots on the ground. I love to watch people do. But then again, I was in love with watching people do Kendrick Lamar dance from the Super Bowl, and I was in love with watching Bruno Mars and Rose. A Petite Petite. I love those three. Those three songs stick in my head. I love them. Oh, okay, Auntie Kitchen's number one fan. I'm so glad to see you was in my live. That's so cool. Ah, petite, petite, ah, petite, petite. Yeah, I gotta get ready to go so I can get my nighttime regimen in so I can eat some, put something in my stomach so I won't bottom out. Because if I bottom out again, my son's gonna get on my tail tomorrow. He's like, ever since Skip passed away, he's like my new D. He gets on his mother. You would think that I was the child. It's just he just loves his mom. That's all. He just wants to make sure his mom is safe and healthy. That's all. Because my son lives out of state. He can't get here like that. So, but we're going to Italy unless Donald Trump messed something up with Italy. I am heading to Italy in October, unless the knuckleheads we have here mess up my relationship with Italy. I am leaving October, heading to Italy, okay, to have some of their olive oils, their wines, their cheese, their bread. their food. I have no interest in shopping. I just want to just dive into their food. I want to dive into their culture. Oh, I cannot wait. I cannot wait. I wish I could just go today. Yeah. Oh, I cannot wait till I go to Italy. I've been wanting to go to Italy for a long time. And after Italy, I want to go to Japan. I want to go to Japan after I get my feel of Italy. I want to go to Japan. Well, I think I may go to China get me a pocketbook. I may go to China get me a Birkin, Hermes Birkin, whatever you call it. What are they? $2? No, China say I can come and I can get a 240-hour shopping pass, and I can get anything I want for $6 to $8. Good night, waffles of the day. I know. You know what? My son and my daughter-in-law love Japan. I want to go to the 7-Eleven, and I want to go to the man that make the rice with the egg that runs over it, because I want to learn how to do that, but I cannot afford to mess up eggs like he does. If I'm gonna mess up eggs, I need to mess up his eggs. My son and his wife love Japan. They scream, eat, breathe Japan. But she was the cutest little geisha, cause they just love Japan. They do. They love Japan. I like European countries. They like Japan, but I do want to go. But I want to go to Japan. But like I said, I may have to run over to China. Um, I may have to run over there. Where else I may have to go? Oh, I want to go to Spain. It's a lot of places. I want to go to Germany. There's a lot of places I want. I want to go to South Korea. I don't want to go to North Korea. I want to go to South Korea. I would like to go there. It's a whole lot of places I would love to go, but I visit them through YouTube, and my son and his wife travel all the time. And my son travels a lot internationally with his job. So I travel through keychains. No matter, they always bring me back keychains. Matter of fact, they just went to New York. I need to ask him, did he pick up me a keychain from New York? Mm, I never did ask. He's supposed to bring me a keychain. Well, guys, I need to get up because I have to eat some cereal or something. So I would not be beeping all night. But I just had to tell you all why I started that GoFundMe for my little guy, because I know people were asking, asking about the GoFundMe. Um, and I know people question hey. So I told you all why I started, because his family needs, they're in a really bad situation, and they just need help. So if you share their video, I really would appreciate it. You should share my little guy's video. I call him my little guy. That's my baby, because Auntie Knows Kitchen, Auntie can only do so much financially with them, and I've done all I can do. Okay. All right, guys. I will see you later. I'm going to keep you updated on my little Roblox buddy. I got a Roblox avatar, guys, because his account is up under me, and I'm the parent account holder, but I don't know anything about Roblox. I just have that because I'm in charge of his account. I can care less about Roblox. I don't know anything about that stuff. Um, no, I don't. I don't know anything about Roblox. Okay, guys. Yeah, I can go to the Philippines too, and I go to Philippines and I can hopefully bring me back some ubes. Because I sure enough can't get them here. And then I'm going to Jollibee's and eat fried chicken and ube fried pie. Yes, I am. Okay, guys. Love you guys. Thank you so much for your kindness, your understanding. Please keep my little guy and his family in your prayers. Continue to keep me in your prayers. I appreciate all your kind thoughts. And thank you for your support to my channel. I will return. I will be back because somebody's got to use up these ingredients. Well, that somebody is on will only be me. Caitlin's not domesticated. Okay, guys. Love you guys. Mwah. See you later. Talk to you later. Bye bye.